Kellyanne Conway, on a recent episode of Real Time with Bill Marr, tried to dismiss the January 6 hearings with a charming distraction mantra of,
But why is every day January 6th? Why does the calendar say January 6th every single day to some people?
Because on that day, apparently, he asked for his vice president to be murdered. Now, how do you spin that?
why is every day January 6? Why does the calendar say January 6 every day to some people? She does have a point. To some people, every day is January 6. Just watching a country being attacked isn't something you can easily forget and walk away from. When you think about it, for some people, it's also September 11th, 2001, every day. You didn't even have to be there. You didn't have to be a cop in the NYPD or a firefighter in the FDNY. You didn't have to run for your life from weaponized debris. You didn't have to lose someone close to you that day. You didn't have to see the smoke on the horizon from the Jersey Shore. You didn't have to smell the burning chemicals and other things. Just watching the TV from anywhere in the world in the preceding days left a lifelong scar on some people. Seeing the nation you loved and always taken for granted attacked right there in downtown Manhattan devastated some people. Watching burning buildings and buildings collapsing, seeing people screaming, fleeing, falling from the towers, traumatized some people. To witness the American experiment brought low and seemingly broken had a tremendous effect on some people. That effect, that experience is something some people relive every day, whether they want to or not. January 6th is no different. The casualty list may be dramatically lower, but somehow, just because the terrorists this time were us, our fellow Americans, it kind of seemed worse. Watching and now rewatching those delusional idiots trying to tear our country down, the violent fanatics blind with irrational rage doing all they could to hurt, weaken, and potentially kill this republic brought back the same feelings of sadness, anger, and fear and disruption that September 11th invoked in some people. After 9/11, you were surprised that people who had lived in this country as long as the attackers did and had enjoyed all the blessings of liberty that we had to offer them would still hate us enough to go through with the lunacy of that day. Why would anyone want to throw away a comfortable life in the West for a transparently tragic lie of like God granting the reward of 40 virgins in paradise for mass murder? But when you think about it, why would anyone want to throw away democracy and the entire inherence of Western civilization for the big lie? Think about it. I mean, really think about it. A failed game show host and con man loses an election, then claims without a shred of evidence that he won that election, and our own people instantly abandon Macedonian democracy, the Constitution, and everything they pretend to love in order to stage a violent coup for the purposes of installing a self-appointed, self-anointed king. An American counter-revolution 240 years after the fact. It was, and still is, a rejection of America and all it ever stood for, based on a lie that was so preposterous that its own promoters said, and I even quote, "No reasonable person could ever take it seriously," unquote. So yes, Kellyanne Conway, some people still live, at least a little, in January 6th, 2021, as they do in September 11th, 2001, every day. These people are called Americans. You should really try looking past your party, or at the very least, your personal financial security, and try being one, for God's sake. She's also right about the gas price being way too high. But we value things as their true worth. The price of liberty would be substantially higher. And I'm mighty grateful for those who paid the bill for that price. Just as I am resentful of anyone who replace it with tyranny, oppression, evil, in the hopes of cheaper gasoline. If gas prices is the measuring rod for putting our country of freedom, equality, justice in the hands of tyranny and evil, then you cannot call yourself an American. CTP, know the truth. God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right.